This video is an introduction to the iLab card game. Let's run the program first to see what it does. When you pick 5 cards, it adds up the values of the cards and places it in the card value. Let's see how it works. First, you will unzip images from doc sharing, and these images are the cards themselves. It's important that you place them in your application in the same level as bin and OBJ. These are the images of the cards. And note the naming convention. This location and naming convention is important because we code that in our program. Your application consists of 2 files, a class and a form. The form has 5 picture boxes which will contain the images of the cards. It has a button for pick 5 and exit, and then the card value goes here. The card class has 2 purposes. One is the value here. Value adds up the value of the cards. A joker is 0, the face cards are worth 10, and the other cards are worth their face value. The other purpose of this routine is to get the file name and go out to our folder here and retrieve the image from our file. Notice first here there's an array of our suits, and then we establish the file name through this code. The file name is in our local folder, and then the name of our suit. If the number is less than 10, like a 3, we put a 0 in front of it, and we put a JPEG on the end. So this file name matches the file name here, club02.jpg. Our form cards, it has 2 routines. We have a form load, and then we have the pick 5 button click. The form load executes before the form is shown to the user. Deck's an object that contains the cards. They're unshuffled at this point. It's a temporary holding field for cards. The card back is an image that we get from here. It's just the back of the card. The table pictures, this is a collection of the 5 picture boxes on our form. So we're using different collections here. This nested loop adds the cards to our list of cards. The 1 through 4 is for our suits, and the 1 through 13 is for our cards. 1 through 10 is our numbered cards, 1 being the ace, and then 11 is our jack, 12 is our queen, and 13 is our king. And then this code here places the back of the card onto the screen for when the user first enters the form. So when we run it at the very beginning, the form shows the 5 backs of the cards to the user. This is on form load. Then the code on the pick 5 click. This establishes the deck of cards and then randomly chooses 5 cards, and in this loop 0 to 4 this executes 5 times and places the random images of 5 cards onto the form. This routine here totals up the value of those cards and places it in the value text box. So when we run the program, on form load, we have the backs of the cards. When we pick 5, it randomly selects the 5 cards, loading the images from our folder and calculating the card value and placing it in the card value box. This was an introduction to your lab on the card counting program.